I would just like to provide you some information with regard to some of this misinformation that's going around. As an example, there's an election leaflet which is being put through doors at the moment by a particular councillor, Lib Dem council that is, and it's suggesting things of the nature that our scheme threatens King George V, and it threatens the Bradley playing field pitches and that development. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. The football club has a raft of community programmes. It block books and rents playing pitches and facilities all around the town, and quite clearly if we didn't block book those facilities would be available for wider use, and we have to block book them because they are in demand, and that's the only way we can run our programmes. So it's an absolute nonsense to suggest that our scheme will threaten any of the activities or availability of facilities locally. Further misinformation: there's been suggestions that away fans will be frog marched from the railway station in Grimsby through People's Park by the police to the stadium. Well, again, that's absolute poppycock. In real terms, fans come from away by and large in cars and coaches. Very rarely are trains used these days, but when they are, the football club's wholly aware of that, so are the police, and what we do is we work with Stagecoach to put on transport to bring them to the ground. That happens at Blundell Park now, and it will happen in the future. So another misnomer. There's all sorts of other suggestions, such as it will impact upon the residents that's in the hospice. Well, frankly, the stadium is 850 metres away from the hospice, across a busy carriageway, and of course with two huge hedgerows, so it's hardly likely that they would be affected. And further to that, we're 450 metres away from houses, so that's a good distance to say the least. The biggest objection by far has been locating a football club near to a cemetery. Now, the facts are there's no end of football clubs that have relocated or are currently located near stadiums. As an example, Hull recently relocated. They're near a cemetery. York, only a year or so ago, got a planning permission. Their new scheme will be adjacent to a cemetery. This is not new ground. The facts are football, stadia and cemetery go hand in glove all over the country, and it works very well. So we do not accept that being a real genuine planning objection or too much of a concern. We can understand where people are coming from, and it's absolutely vital that our scheme minimises impact on the community, the residents and the likes, and we will seek to do that through the planning process.